Grand Rising and happy Friday. So today, second part of perimeter, we're learning about interior and exterior perimeter. There are two types of perimeter, interior and exterior. The perimeter, remember you have to add all sides. Interior meaning inside, exterior meaning outside. So any structure or any room or any building has an inside and an outside. So if I told you the interior of side A is 3 feet 10 inches, in order to find an interior, you would need to know what the thickness is. The information that you need to figure out the problems will always be given to you. So we're going to deal with a 3.5 inch thickness. That is nothing you have to figure out. That is information that will be given to you. You need to know what the thickness is, and the thickness is 3.5 inches all the way around in order to know what the interior exterior is when you're given a measurement. So now we have an exterior of 13 feet 10 inches. Again, exterior meaning outside. The length of this line is 13 feet 10 inches. We have an interior, which is actually shorter than that exterior. The interior line for side A is shorter than the exterior for side A. So if we want to find what the interior is, we need to ask ourselves, do we add or subtract? When we are given a measurement and we need to find something shorter than what that measurement is, we would have to do what? If you're given a measurement and we need to find something shorter, we need to subtract. So in this case, to find side A, we need to subtract 13 feet 10 inches minus what? Again, we have a 3.5 inch thickness. You need to know what the thickness is in order to find out what that measurement is you're looking for, which is an interior wall for side A. So let's do this one. I'm going to work it out like this too, just so people can understand. There's my 13 feet 10 inches. We have 13 feet 10 inches. We need to figure out what this interior wall is, which is shorter, right? We have a 3.5 inch thickness. So we want to find this interior wall. I need to find out how much I need to take away. This is my thickness, again, which is 3.5 inches. It's also 3.5 inches here. All right, hopefully everybody will see that. Okay, we got 13 feet 10 inches for the exterior. Here I'm just dealing with lines so you can see it better. We have an interior that's shorter, and we need to find that information. We got a 3.5 inch thickness all the way around. So the thickness that matters in this case to find side A is whatever is to the left of it and to the right of it. So we need to find out how much we need to take away. So in order to find the length of side A interior, exterior, let's just say it needs to fit equally on top of there. It needs to be the same distance. In order to make this 13 feet 10 inches the same distance of this line, this interior line, I need to take this off. That represents 3.5 inches. All right? So now it's not quite there. I still have this much, it's this much longer. So in order for this exterior to fit equally and evenly with the same distance from here to here for the interior wall, I also need to take that away. All right? So now the exterior is the same length as the interior wall. So what did I do? I took 3.5 inches from here, from one side, and I took 3.5 inches from the other side. So with that being said, I need to take the thickness and double it up, which is going to give me 7 inches. So in order for me to find out what that interior wall is, in order for me to make this exterior wall, which was initially which is 13 feet 10 inches, And to make it the same length as that interior wall, I need to subtract the thickness from both sides. So I double it up. So I need to take 13 feet 10 inches and subtract 7 inches from there. And hopefully that makes sense. Again, interior shorter than the exterior. Because we're given a longer measurement to find something shorter, we have to subtract. So we subtract 3.5 inches from this side, 3.5 inches from this side. And yep, we're going back to subtracting. So we got 13 feet 10 inches. And we need to subtract 7 inches. Again, we had to double up the thickness. All right. So 13 feet 10 minus 7. 10 minus 7 is, leaves us with 3 inches. And then 13 feet, we just drop it down because there's nothing that we're taking from it. So the interior measurement for side A, the interior wall is 13 feet 3 inches for side A. All right, hopefully that makes sense. The thickness will always be given to you. You need to know that information in order to find the interior or exterior wall. All right, so now I'm going to give you another measurement. I'm going to give you an interior for side B, 14 feet 5 inches. So now this is given. Interior, 14 feet 5 inches. That's a bogus sideways 5, but y'all get it. 14 feet 5 inches. So now in this case, here's my interior wall. We're given 14 feet 5 inches, right? I want to find out side B exterior. So the exterior wall runs here to here, right? The exterior wall is longer than the interior wall for side B. The interior wall, we're given a measurement of 14 feet 5 inches. In order to find something longer, we need to do what? So again, let's draw this out. We have this information here. We got 14 feet 5 inches. That's the length of this wall, interior. We need to find an exterior, which is longer. We need to find out what this is. If we have a 3.5 inch thickness all the way around, in this case, because we're talking about the side interior and exterior, that side wall, we are concerned about the thickness from top to bottom. Why? Because we want to find out how long this wall is, which runs vertically, right? If we have a 3.5 inch thickness all the way around, and in this case, top and bottom, again, interior wall, we're given a measurement. To find the exterior, which is longer, we have to add something to it. And how much do we need to add to it? We need to add that to it. We need to add that. So this, again, equals 3.5 here. And then we have another 3.5 on the bottom. So we have to double up that thickness again. Again, we have an interior wall that's 14 feet 5 inches. We need to extend it 3.5 inches from here to here because the exterior wall runs from top to bottom, here to here. Top, we extend it. Bottom, we also need to extend that much in order for this interior wall to fit equally and be the same length as that exterior wall. We have to double up that thickness. 3.5 and 3.5, we know we got, I don't know why I did that, 7 inches. All right, so now we need to take the 14 feet 5 inches and in this case, because we want to find something larger, in order to increase, we have to add. So we're going to add 7 inches to the 14 feet 5 inches. Make sure you're lining things up right. All right, so 5 minus 7 is, we can't do it. So don't forget about the borrowing process. We can't take 7 from 5, so we need to borrow from the 14. 14 becomes 13. We just borrow a foot, which represents 12 inches. So now we got 17 inches. So 17 inches. I'm tripping. Whew. I had it right the first time. So we got 14 feet, 5 inches, plus 7 inches. All right. So in this case, again, we got 14 feet, 5 inches. In order to make something larger than that number, we have to add something to it. We're going to take the 7 inches because we double up that thickness. So 5 plus 7 is 12 inches. Drop the 14 feet down. 12 or more inches, we can get 1 foot out of that. We take 12 inches from here. We're left with 15 feet. So side B, exterior, is 15 feet. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, again, interior measurement, 14 feet, 5 inches. Interior is shorter than the exterior, so in order for us to find the exterior measurement, we have to add something to it. When you're given a length, an amount, and you want to find something larger, you have to add something to it. In this case, we added. When you're given an amount and you need to find something smaller, you need to take something away from it. So you need to either add or subtract. All right, so interior, in this case shorter, interior, in this case shorter. That exterior for B is longer, exterior for A is larger. So let's talk about, let's talk about dimensions while we have this frame up. So if I wanted to write the exterior dimensions for this frame, the exterior meaning outside, and be careful when you're grabbing measurements. Take your time. I'm talking about this 13 feet 10 inches, and I'm talking about this 15 feet. So if I wanted you to write the dimensions for the exterior dimensions would be 13 feet 10 inches by 15 feet, or the opposite, 15 feet by 13 feet 10 inches. That's the exterior dimensions. And all the dimensions is telling you is this. We got 13 feet 10 inches by 15 feet. This is just telling you that you have 2 walls parallel to each other that equals 13 feet 10 inches. You have 2 walls parallel to each other that equals 15 feet. 13 feet 10 inches, although the information is not there, the distance is the same. 13 feet 10 inches. 15 feet, although it's not given, the information is the same. 15 feet. That's what dimensions are. Doesn't matter which way you write it. Again, 15 feet by 1310. 2 walls is 15 feet. 2 walls is 13 feet 10 inches. On your next homework assignment, you will be given dimensions, and then you'll be asked to find a perimeter of a room. So make sure you remember that all the dimensions is telling you is you have 2 walls is this and 2 walls is that. And how do we find a perimeter? We add all the sides around. So we could take this 13 feet 10 inches plus 15 feet. We add that together and we would double it up. And let's just work it out. All right. To find a perimeter, for exterior, we take 13 feet, 10 inches, plus 15 feet. Take the two adjacent walls, add it together, and double it up. Or again, you can just take everything around, add it together, you'll get the same answer. More than one way to do it. So I'm going to start with my inches. I know I have 10 inches. 13 plus 15, we got 28 feet, 10 inches. So the information for these two adjacent walls, 28 feet, 10 inches. But I have to take that and double it up because these two walls also equal 28 feet, 10 inches. So I double it up. I know we got 20 inches here. We're going to come back to that. We got 56 feet here. We know that 20 inches, we can get some feet out of there. And how many feet can we get? 1. If I subtract 12 from here, I'm left with 8 inches. 57 feet, 8 inches is the exterior perimeter. All right. How did I get this 8? Don't forget, convert inches to feet, we divide by 12. I can only take 1 out of there, what leaves me with 8 inches. There's my 1 foot. There's my 8 inches. All right. So, again, to find a perimeter, which we will be doing, all we're doing is adding on something to this lesson that you learned yesterday. You take the two adjacent walls, add it together, double it up. If I wanted to find an interior perimeter, I do the same thing here. Interior, I would take the 13 feet, 3 inches. Let's make space. Interior. Interior, again, meaning inside. Again, be careful when you're looking for interior and exterior because it's easy to grab a measurement from the inside and outside. I've done it. And y'all know y'all be working tight. So now, interior perimeter, take the two adjacent walls, 13 feet, 3 inches, plus 14 feet. Make sure you grab the right information. 5 inches. So interior perimeter, same thing. 5 plus 3 is 8 inches. And 14 plus 13 is 27 feet. So far, we got 27 feet, 8 inches. But we have to add all the sides. This only represents 2 sides. So I have to take this information because I took the two adjacent walls, I double it up. 8 and 8 is 16 inches. We're going to come back to that. 27 and 27 is 54 feet. 16 inches so far. Anytime you got 12 or more inches, you have to convert that to feet or feet and inches. I know out of 16 inches, I can get 1 foot. And if I subtract 12 inches from that, I'm left with 4 inches. So interior perimeter, 55 feet, 4 inches. How do we get the 4 inches again? We had 16 inches. I want to find out how many feet I can get out of there. 12 goes into 16 once. I take a 12 inch out of there, which leaves me with 4 inches. There's my foot. There's my 4 inches. So for the interior perimeter, we have 55 feet, 4 inches. All right. I'm going to do another one like that. So now, this time the thickness change. Pay attention to the thickness. They will always let you know what that thickness is. So in this case, we are given an interior for side A. You have a 1 foot 3 inch thickness all the way around. 1 foot 3 inches all the way around. All right, you need that information to find the interior exterior. So side A interior, 9 feet 4 inches. The interior wall is smaller than the exterior wall. So let's reenact this over here with just straight lines. 9 feet 4 inches for the interior. The exterior wall I have to double up that thickness. So if I add 2 feet 6 inches, I'm going to have 11 feet 10 inches. So the exterior would be 11 feet 10 inches. Hopefully everybody see that. Again, interior wall, shorter. We have this information. How much shorter? About 1 foot 3 inches on that side, and 1 foot 3 inches on that side. 1 foot 3 and 1 foot 3 equals 2 feet 6 inches. And to find that exterior wall, we have to add something to that 9 feet 4. What are we adding? 2 feet 6 inches. So 9 feet 4 inches plus 2 6 is 11 10. That's that exterior measurement. Now I'm going to give you an exterior measurement. And let's say you have, no, an interior. No, let's give you an exterior measurement. Let's say you have, on this side, you're given 11 feet 3 inches. That's given. And I want you to find out what this interior wall for side A is. Alright? We want to find the distance vertically. That interior wall right there, side B. So, we have an exterior measurement that's 11 feet 3 inches. The interior measurement, is it smaller? Yes, it is. It's smaller. So in order to find something smaller, we have to take that 11 foot 3 inches, 11 feet 3 inches, and we have to take something away from it to make it shorter, to make it smaller. So let's do it. .11 feet 3 inches. We want to find this information. We want to find that interior wall for A. This is side A, side B. Well, I'm sorry, this is side B, interior, B, exterior. Alright, so we have the exterior measurement 11 feet 3 inches. That exterior measurement is longer than that interior measurement, that interior wall. So in order for me to take that 11 feet 3 inches and make it the exact same length as that interior wall, we have to make it shorter by taking something away from it. What am I taking away from it? Well, is this much longer here, which is 1 foot 3 inches, and that much longer there, which is 1 foot 3 inches. Hopefully everybody see that. Alright, so in order for me to take that 11 feet 3 inches and make it the exact same length as that interior wall, which will give me the measurement of the interior wall, I have to take this 11 feet 3 inches and I'm going to double up that thickness and subtract. I have to take something away. Subtract. Alright, so 3 minus 6 is a negative number, so we can't do it, so we borrow from 11. 11 becomes 10 feet. We had to borrow from the 11, we got 10. So we borrowed a foot. That foot transfers over as 12 inches. Don't forget you got to add it to the inches you already have. So now we got 15 inches. 15 inches. If we take 6 from 15 inches, we got 9 inches. And 10 feet minus 2 feet is 8 feet 9 inches. So the interior wall for side B is 8 feet 9 inches. All right, so we had an exterior measurement that was longer. We needed to find something shorter. We need to subtract. If we're given a longer measurement, in this case we had a shorter measurement. We have a shorter measurement. We're given a shorter measurement, and we need to find something longer. We need to add shorter to longer, add longer to shorter, subtract. So if we wanted to find the interior perimeter, the same thing. You take the interior measurements, 8 feet 4 inches and the 8 feet 9 inches, add them together, double it up. That'll give you the interior perimeter. Again, perimeter means adding the distance around. If I wanted to write the dimensions for the interior, I would take the two interior measurements. So interior dimensions, we had 9 feet 4 inches by 8 feet 9 inches, or 8 feet 9 inches by 9 feet 4 inches. Either way. And all this is telling you is you have two walls is 9 feet 4 inches, two walls is 8 feet 9 inches, and vice versa. Two walls is 8 feet 9 inches, two walls is 9 feet 4 inches. You add these two measurements together and you double them up. 8 feet 4 inches plus 8 feet 9 inches. Take that multiplication symbol, turn into a plus sign, add it together. That's going to give you a measurement, and you double that measurement up. That's what the dimensions is telling you. If I wanted to do the exterior dimensions, take the two adjacent walls. We got 11 feet 10 inches by 11 feet 3 inches, or 11 feet 3 inches by 11 feet 10 inches. Again, dimensions. Two walls is 11 feet 10, two walls is 11 feet 3. 11 feet 10 inches, turn it to a plus sign. 11 feet 10 inches plus 11 feet 3. Add it together, double it up. That'll give you the exterior perimeter. For this portion of this lesson, we're going to compare the interior side to the exterior side. And I want you to tell me if we were in class, but pay attention. You need to know if the interior is smaller, longer, or equal to the exterior. Interior meaning inside, which I have in a red line. Exterior meaning outside, which is in black. All right, so side A, and I talked about this through the two problems that we've already did. Interior is the distance from here to here. This red line is obviously shorter than that exterior line, so the interior A is smaller. Same with B. The distance from here to here compared to the exterior is smaller. Same as C. The distance from here to here, or here to here compared to the exterior is smaller. And the same with D, that would also be smaller. All right, so let's look at this next shape, E. Interior wall is obviously smaller than that exterior wall. F, same thing. The distance from here to here is shorter than the distance from here to here. That makes that interior inside wall smaller. However, when we get to G and H, G and H are equal. All right? How and why? Look at G. All right? The interior wall for G shifts inward. That's where that fold comes into play that we talked about for the last assignment, the last lesson. So if you actually shift this back, let's take this and take this information and push it back. All right? G, that information would be the same. So G is equal. And the same thing with H. That H, the line, because of that, as we called it yesterday, a fold, pushes that wall up, the interior, because of the fold. But if we took this top information and moved it down, and we put that information here, H is also equal. So anytime you have a corner missing, that information is going to be the same. It shifts. All right? Hopefully that makes sense. I, that interior wall, is smaller than that exterior wall. And J, same thing, that is smaller. Again, anytime you have a corner missing, those two adjacent walls within that corner, that information is equal. Why do you need to know that? Because you do. Guess what? There's going to be some mathematics added to this in that homework assignment. So let's just mess around with this for a second. Let's say F, we have an exterior measurement of 3 feet 8 inches. All right? If we want to find an interior measurement for F, we need to know what that thickness is. And let's just keep it simple and say we got a 4-inch thickness all the way around. What does that 4-inch thickness matter? It matters to the top and the bottom because that wall is running vertically. So if I got 4-inch thickness here and a 4-inch thickness here, there's my exterior, there's my interior, there's my 3 feet 8 inches. I want this exterior wall to be the exact same length as that interior wall. I have a 4-inch thickness. What would I need to do? Well, I would need to take 4 of those inches from the top and 4 of those inches from the, I said that opposite, 4 inches from the bottom, and I would need to subtract that. So how much do I need to subtract? 4 inches, double it up, 8 inches. So if I subtract 8 inches from there, that interior wall would be 3 feet. And this is why you need to know this, y'all. So that interior wall would be 3 feet. However, let's go to G. Let's say I give you an exterior measurement that's, I don't know, 4 feet 2 inches. All right? You have an exterior measurement that's 4 feet 2 inches. If we already stated this, if the exterior and interior measurements are equal, they're the same. If we have a 4-inch thickness, what do I do? We have a 4-inch thickness. I'm giving you the exterior measurement of 4 feet 2 inches, right? That's crazy. So, I mean, I know this is a little bit ludicrous, but we just playing with this 4 feet 2 inches. If I give you an exterior measurement that's 4 feet 2 inches, what would I do with that interior measurement? I wouldn't do anything, because if we're saying that the interior measurement is equal, guess what? That means that that interior wall would also be 4 feet 2 inches for G. G equals 4 feet 2 inches. I know that that's shorter than this outside wall over here, but I'm just throwing numbers out there. Again, if the information is equal, if it's equal, it doesn't change. What about H? I'm giving you an interior measurement that's 5 feet. This information is 5 feet. If that wall is 5 feet, what would the length of H be on the exterior? 4-inch thickness. That information would not change either because we already said that it's equal. So in some cases, you don't need to add or subtract. You just need to know mainly if it's smaller, longer, or equal. If something is smaller, you're going to have to subtract if you're given a larger measurement. If something is larger, you're going to have to add if you're given a smaller measurement. And if something is equal, that means it's the same. It doesn't change. So these two walls, anytime you have a corner missing in a rectangle or square, that information in that corner does not change. It stays the same. All right, hopefully that makes sense. If not, rewind it. And feel free to ask questions. Let's push forward. Yeah. I can edit that part. I ain't worried about it. All right, y'all. So for this next shape, you notice that we have a dip at the bottom. Anytime you have a dip, we spoke about this yesterday's lesson, there are two additional walls. Smaller, longer, equal. Same thing. I want to talk about this because it's important. So side A, top, the interior wall is a smaller, longer, equal to the exterior wall. The inside, running on the horizon, is smaller than side A exterior. B, the interior wall, smaller, longer, equal to B. It is also smaller. Side C, interior wall. Is it smaller, longer, or equal to C? Exterior, the interior wall is smaller than the exterior wall C. What about D? D, is that interior wall smaller, longer, or equal to the exterior wall? Interior wall, exterior wall. All right, we're talking about D. And because F is to the parallel of it, we're talking about F as well. So we have an interior wall in the red, exterior wall in the black. That interior wall, just as before, if we take this information right here and we push it down, and now I'm going to get rid of this information because I added it in there. Guess what? They are the same. Again, all we did was push this line down. If we nail that down, that information will be the same. So I'm going to mark that with an E as equal. And again, F parallel to it would also be equal. Same reason. All right? Push them, shift them down. That's equal information. And again, think about $2. If you got $2 and you know those $2 are the same length, and you hold one a little bit higher than the other one, and then you make your hands even, guess what? Those $2 will still be the same length. Equal. Let's look at E. This interior wall right here. Is that interior wall smaller, longer, or equal to that exterior wall? Here's my exterior wall E, my interior wall E. It is obvious. If somebody says smaller, he's not here right now. My assistant is not present. That interior wall in this case would be longer. So in some situations, that interior wall is going to be longer. I did not say if you have an interior wall that you will always be adding if you're trying to find the exterior. I did not say if you have an exterior wall measurement and you need to find an interior wall that you will need to subtract. I stated if you are given a measurement of a larger side and you need to find something shorter, you need to subtract. If you're given a measurement that is shorter and you need to find something longer, you need to add. Same case scenario. All right? So now let's say I'm giving you E. Let's say that E is, 3 feet. Let's say E is 3 feet. You need to know what that thickness is. And let's say that the thickness all the way around is 5.5 inches. All right? So we have E. We have interior line E. We're given 3 feet. We know that the thickness is 5.5 inches all the way around. And all the way around, we don't mean it literally for this wall. What we need to find out is the thickness from left to right. All right? So we're given 3 feet. We want to find something longer. You need something larger, you need to add. What are we adding? Well, what's the thickness? The thickness is 5.5 inches from left and 5.5 inches on the right. So that means I need to add 5.5 plus 5.5. 5.5 plus 5.5 is 11 inches. So I need to take the 3 feet and add 11 inches. So now I know that this interior wall would be 3 feet, 11 inches. All right? So again, interior wall is longer. We were given a shorter measurement. Let's go here. Given a shorter measurement, we need to find something longer. We had to take the thickness, double it up, and add to find that interior wall, which is longer. All right? Again, anything that's going into the room, when we have that dip, you got 2 walls going into the room. That information is going to be equal for F and for D. Why? If you have $2 bills and you're holding them at the same point and you're holding one higher than the other, or even with these 2 markers, these dry erase markers, they're the same length. If I do like this, guess what? It does not change the length from one to the other. The information is the same. However, if I pull my hand down to the equal, guess what? They're equal. Bam, same length. All right, so that's that. So let's play in this really quick because this is pretty much the end of the lesson. We talked about perimeter, the distance around. We talked about dimensions. We talked about interior and exterior, how to find it. You need the thickness for that. We talked about the interior wall. Sometimes it will be longer. So let's throw some measurements in here really quick. Let's say that A is, side A is 14 feet, 3 inches. Let's say the side B is 16 feet, 5 inches. All right? And let me clean this up a little bit. Let's clean it up. Let's clean it all the way up, because we're going to switch that around. All right. So, you're going to come across this. Anytime you have that dip in the middle, if I wanted to find a total perimeter of this shape, I need a little bit more information. So let's say that this is 2 feet, so that means this would be 2 feet. Let's make this 2 feet, 3 inches. All right. So now, if I wanted to find a perimeter of this room structure, I have enough information to find the perimeter. I don't need to know exterior perimeter. I don't need to know what G is. I don't need to know what C is. And I don't need to know what the length of, well, actually I do have the length of E, but I don't even need that. I need 3 measurements. What do I need? These 2 adjacent walls. That's what I need. And what else do I need? I need the wall. Don't forget, when you have those 2 walls running into the room, I need that information. I need one of those. So I need this 14 feet 3 inches, 16 feet 5 inches, and 2 feet. That's all I need. I will take those 3 measurements, add them together, and double it up. However, when in doubt, just take everything. But in order for you to take everything, I need to give you a little bit more. So I can just say that these 2 are equal, but let's just get this information. If this is 2 feet 3 inches, I know the distance from here to here is 14 feet 3 inches, just like across the top, running on the horizon, right? The distance from here to here is 14 feet 3 inches, just like the distance from there to there is 14 3 inches. If I'm telling you that the distance from here to here is 7 feet, I know the distance from here to here is 7 feet. Tripping. All right? So, what makes up this 14 feet 3 inches? There's 3 numbers that make that up when there's a dip. Anytime there's a fold, it doesn't matter if it's on the side or the top. Anytime there's a dip in one of those walls, there's 3 measurements that make up that exterior wall, which is parallel to this 14 feet 3 inches. That would be this 7 feet, this 7 feet, and it's 2 feet 3 inches. Those 3 numbers now represent the arrow equal 14 feet 3 inches. All right? If I wanted to take the shortcut and find the perimeter, again, I do not need this 2 feet 3 inches because it's part of the 14 feet 3 inches as well as the 2 sevens. All right? So shortcut it, 2 adjacent walls where nothing is missing, and I need one of the walls running into the room. When in doubt, grab everything. It'll get you the same results. We got 14 feet 3 inches plus 16 feet 5 inches, which would be twice, plus 16 feet 5 inches plus 7 feet plus 2 feet 3 inches plus 7 feet, and that's it, I believe. Yep. So again, you can take the shortcut route, or when in doubt, this is missing something, let's go a little bit further, plus the 2 feet and the other 2 feet, because we do have those walls that run into the room. So when there's a dip in the middle, you need 8 measurements to be able to find that exterior perimeter, or interior, but we're looking for the exterior. Or you can take 3 of the measurements, add them together, double it up, same results. Why? Because if we double this up, it's telling us we got 2 walls that's 14 feet 3 inches. That's one of them. And this is 2. This also represents 14 feet 3 inches. All right? And then we have 2 16 feet 5 inches. Check, check. And then we have 2 of those. Check. Capiche? All right. We add that together, we get the perimeter, and since we started, let's go ahead and work it out. We got 8 inches on the back end. 16 and 14 is 30 plus 2. We got 32 feet, but we have to double it up. We double up the 32 feet, 8 inches. We know we got 16 on the back end. Come back to that, we got 64 feet, 2 inches. We know we got 4 inches left because if we take 12 from 16, there's our 4 inches. Add a foot. We have 65 feet, 4 inches. If we add this up, we'll get the same thing. All right, so that was the exterior perimeter. When looking for the interior perimeter, same way, same process. Just make sure you're grabbing the numbers on the inside. All right, that's that. One more thing. Actually, that's that.